Give me a round of applause if you've ever purchased something or bought into a business idea and did not get the results you expected. Not surprising. In today's presentation, we're going to learn how losing weight is similar to business and how you can not just improve your health, but also your wealth. When you look at the job description for what you're currently doing in your role today, does it accurately describe what you actually do? As a corporate escapee of many years, I can say that none of my job descriptions told anyone what I was actually doing. The reason for that is really simple. The person who wrote my job description in HR never actually did any of the work, right? It could be that at the time the job description was created, the role was different. It could be that your individual skills and talents led you to do other tasks that were not in your original job description. It could be that HR never got around to updating that description. The same is true when it comes to weight loss products. Did you hear that Dr. Oz, the famous Dr. Oz, was actually scolded by the Food and Drug Administration several years ago because he was promoting a certain weight loss product with unsubstantiated health claims? And they scolded him for it. So Dr. Oz, the famous guy who has our best interests at heart, he is a heart surgeon after all, he was not supporting his own claims. There are literally thousands of products, job descriptions in the market. And none of them tell you how many crazy and frustrating little itty-bitty details you will actually be doing in order to get the results you want, whether it's in business or in health. When you compare and contrast the business world and losing weight, there's a promise, right? There's a promise of a miracle solution. Just apply yourself here and you will achieve amazing success. Just take this product and you will be healthier than you've ever been. We know better. There is no miracle solution. There never was. Instead, we're left with on-the-job training, right? Once you get into that role, or you accept that promise of that health program you're in, you start to realize this works for me, this does not work for me, and you apply it. There is no miracle solution, and your results may vary. Speaking of results, raise your hand if you've ever been in a bad meeting. When I worked at TCF and Wells Fargo and those sorts of companies, I literally spent days in meetings. We would talk about this, we would talk about that, we would talk about this. 2 years later, we were talking about the same thing. I see smiles and nods. You understand what I'm talking about here. We're going to talk about a term which you may have heard before. But before I tell you what that term is, I want to tell you how it may show up for you. You gather a bunch of data. You create beautiful models around that data. And you brainstorm and figure out the pros and cons of this approach versus that approach. And you don't do anything. This is called analysis paralysis. And you are literally paralyzed by inaction, because of all the infobesity that you've exposed yourself to, even if you don't intend to. We throw data at solutions, we throw models at solutions, and we don't do a darn thing. What is the solution? Just take action. It doesn't matter necessarily when you take the action, but that you take the action. And what we convince ourselves in our heads, not in real life, is that what matters is when we take the action. That's not the case. What matters is that we take the action. Today we've learned about how business is similar to weight loss. Strange topic, right? We've learned that results may vary based on your on-the-job training and what effort you put into your health or your wealth. We've also learned that with all the infobesity out there, we need to just kill it and take action. What action will all of you take today?